Welcome to another episode of Wealth Building Conference. My name is Oludare Fasola. Today's another important day we're going to be learning, something that actually help us to grow our business. Once again, just like usual way of starting, I want to welcome everyone to this amazing program. We just want have one big goal. The goal here is to uh, educate ourselves on how we can have financial freedom, right? I've seen people working many years in this part of the world, and at the end of the day, they still struggle financially when they retired. And I've seen people, living paycheck to paycheck because of lack of financial education. So, and again, this is something they don't teach in university. They don't teach financial education in the university, in a college. But, people really need to understand why they need to know how money works, right? So, the goal is to open our eyes on the best strategies on how to grow wealth, how to be financially free, and how to be a leader in different industry. Once again, welcome. Wherever you are joining from, I want you to please do something for me. Please type your name and where you are joining from. If you are joining from Canada, for example, just type your name and say Canada. If you are joining from United Kingdom or any part of the world, please uh, mention your name and where you're joining from. Again, share this link with people that are looking to, get financial freedom, right? If you know anybody in sales, in marketing, people want to go into coaching, please send this link to them. It's very, very important for them to learn these amazing topics on how to build a team. One thing I see many people struggling with in this part of the in this business is how do you grow your team? How do you recruit? Many don't even know the reasons why they need to bring people on board. But here is the thing, right? If you understand the power of duplicating, if you understand the power of building leveraging on the on a system, you will know that recruiting is one of the important aspects that you must take very, very serious in your business. Again, I want to thank everyone for joining. For those who have been following us every week, I want to say thank you for joining, because why? It's because of you that we're here, right? So maybe if you know one thing in life, that education is very, very key and information is very important. I used to live in a province in Ontario, and the slogan is yours to discover. It is the reason why they put it yours is to discover is that many people are they are struggling because of lack of information. So I'm happy that I've been able to, bring this information to you today, especially in the aspect of recruiting. Once again, I want to thank everyone for joining. So I'm gonna quickly pull up my slide and we go straight into the presentations today. So our presentation, what I've been talking about today is the power of recruiting. Okay, 1 second. Rise to recruit. Okay, rise to recruit. So everybody type rise to recruit. Rise to recruit. Now, the reason why I chose this particular topic is that I have understood one thing in this business, that if you don't build a business, if you don't recruit people into your business, if you don't bring as many people as possible who understand the power of building into your business, you'll be struggling to build a massive insurance agent agency. All right, let me repeat myself, that if you don't know how to build a team, you will also, you know likelihood chances that you will not be able to sustain this business over time. And in my experience, I've seen people struggling in the business, not because they are not brilliant, not because they don't know how to sell, not because they don't understand the product, right? The reason why they are struggling is that they don't build a team, right? If you don't build a team, all right, whether you are a real estate agent, whether you're a licensed insurance agent, whether you are selling mortgage, you will not be able to sustain your business in the long run. So, and that is why I chose this particular topic, recruit to rise. Why building a team is the fastest path to growth in the life insurance business, especially in the life insurance business. Because why? We believe in the power of duplication. We believe in the power of exponential growth, that the more people you are able to bring into the business, the more life they are able to touch, right? The more people they are able to help, right? I'm grateful to God for the person that introduced me to this business today, right? The reason is because if I'm not in this business today, I wouldn't have been able to raise a team of more than 200 to 300 licensed insurance agents in this country today. And that is why I'm super excited to share this. That look, I want to open your eyes to the reasons why you must bring people into the business. I've seen many people, when I bring them to the business, the first thing they will tell me is that, Mr. Fashola, I really don't know people. But I tell them, like, you know what? It's because it is your mindset. It's because you have a limiting belief. It's because you don't have a winning mindset. That's why you feel that you don't know a lot of people, right? And I don't accept. Can you open your cell phone, right, and check the number of contacts there? Some will say, okay, I have more than 20 contacts, I have more than 50 contacts. Say, those are the people that you can actually write out their names and, share this amazing opportunity to them, and see how we can bring a couple of them into the business. And this can also be another pathway to financial freedom for them, to those people, right? See, I have seen many people in this business building seven figures insurance agent because somebody introduced this opportunity to them. Imagine if nobody introduced this to me, what would I be doing today, right? Where would I be today? A refugee turned to seven-figure income in Canada. And I'm saying this with all sincerity, that for us as an immigrant, the fastest way, the best way to build a financial freedom is to join this type of a business and share this to as many people as possible, to know the power of duplication. And those people can also continue to share that. Imagine if all of us are living that life that we want. Imagine we have choice to live the life we want. Imagine you have the right to travel at your own terms. Imagine you have the choice of retiring early in your life. This is what this business can give to you if you are able to build a team, right? Recruit to right. Why building a team is the fastest path to growth in a life insurance business. Let me quickly make this disclaimer that this presentation is educational purpose only. Result depends on effort and consistency. So the more you put into your business, the more you get at the end of the day. Not a get rich quick formula. I'll be mentioning numbers, I'll be calling figures, but guess what? This is not a quick rich scheme, right? Or this one is not like as you are joining the business and you recruit people and you start making money. No, right? It takes process. Remember that there is a time for us to plan. There is time for us for that plan to grow. There's time for us to harvest. So same thing for our business, right? The solo agent struggle. Imagine this particular insurance. Look at what is actually running. He said he's struggling. That is what is happening to a lot of insurance agents today, right? They are struggling. They are this is the life of a solo agent. Number one, limited income, limited time to limited income. Now, if you are a solo insurance agent, solo insurance here means that you don't have anybody in your team, right? You are just running a solo race. Only you selling insurance, no team member, right? You will be limited to certain income, right? I've enjoyed the fruit of passive income, right? I've enjoyed the fruit of being able to bring people into the business, give them the right training, mentorship, and they are able to do the same thing I'm doing. And that actually give me opportunity to get good passive income, which is what I am actually showing you today. Two, burnout from chasing policy one by one. Why many insurance agents try to do unethical things is because like they don't have a team, right? Imagine you want to pay your mortgage, imagine you want to pay your rent, and you don't have money, and you are chasing people to sell policy to. Chances is that you might do what is not acceptable, especially in the eyes of the law in that business. Because why? You are chasing people you want to sell at all cost, and client can feel that this person wants to sell to me, right? That is why they are burnt out. Three, income source when you stop working. Now, if you are a solo agent, once you stop selling life insurance, your income stops. And that shouldn't be so, right? I have seen many insurance agents earning 7 figures annually because of the fact that they are able to build, they are able to recruit into their business. Guys, let me tell you this. There is no fast rules to this. There is no magic to this, right? I've been telling people, many of my team members, like, the only way to be extremely successful in this business is to recruit. If you don't recruit, you will struggle at the end of the day. I mean, how many policies do you want to continue to sell? How many people do you want to continue to run after and sell to? Imagine you have a team of advisors, 20, 30, and they are also doing the same thing you are doing. This is my promise for you, and this is what is happening to me. Recruiting is equal leveraging. Now, if you recruit, you leverage, right? Because why? You don't need to be selling every time, and this will help you to build a scalable team, not just book of business. Aside the book of business, you're going to build a scalable team. A scalable team means that as you are trying to train your team, mentor them, they are also doing the same thing that actually result to big result to you, right? Freedom is going to be equal to freedom plus impact plus legacy. Now, this is what is happening to me. Like, somebody introduced me to this business, right? And this business impacted my life positively. And this actually built a legacy for me. Right now, right? If I pass today, at least my family don't need to struggle financially anymore. Not because I have life insurance, but because I also have a business that can continue to sustain. I will continue to get passive income as long as I live, as long as they live. Imagine that. Can your job do that for you? Can your salary do that for you? This is the thing, right? If you are relying on salary, if you are relying on that job, it can never give you financial freedom. And see, until you get to a level where your presence is not necessarily needed to make money, that's when you begin to experience financial freedom. If you have a business that you need to physically present before you make money, that's not financial freedom. So, but I can tell you, right, that whether I am in that business, whether I'm in this business or not, every month I'm going to make X amount of money. Imagine that. So if you don't get to that level where you have a system that can generate money for you, you don't have financial freedom. And statistics shows that a lot of Canadians live paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because there is no financial freedom. And I don't want to experience that in my life anymore. I've done that when I came here in 2017 as a refugee, when I don't have that enough education to show me that I need to build a business. But right now that I know that if I'm able to do one or two things, I will be able to build a business, I will continue to do this forever, right? I'm saying this today, right? I used to ask people, is it difficult for you to use 1, 2, 3, 4 years to build a business that can continue to pay you for life, or you continue to work that job, right, that you don't know when they're going to terminate your appointment? I'm going to give you an example. I was working here, and I used to work, as an accountant before I got I used to work in one company here in Canada as an accountant, as a bookkeeper. I got to office one day, and they asked me to report to HR. I got to the HR, and they said, Oludare, we're sorry, your service is no longer needed. And I said, what happened? He said, well, we don't need your service again. I have family to feed, I have bills to pay, right? When I left that place, right, one of my colleagues called me and said, Oludare, they have terminated your appointment like 2 months ago, but they're just looking at you. You are so diligent, you are doing all the things, but I was just looking at you. Imagine that. I have to come back home, start looking for something to do to feed my family. So guys, I am saying this today, right, that don't wait until they terminate your appointment, because it's not your job, especially with this era right now that AI is taking over so many things, right? AI can replace your job at any time. Have a side income, build a business, recruit people into your business, and start scaling. This is my story. I came to Canada in 2017. I came in as a refugee, and it takes me a lot of time. I've tried so many things that I've tried business analyst training, project management trainings. My thought then was the more education I get, the more I will be more valuable in the marketplace. That's my thought. But as I was getting those certificates, I'm piling up debt because why? I have to use my credit card to pay for those training because I was a refugee. I'm not qualified for anything, right? But in the midst of that, I was introduced to this business, okay? And one thing I asked the person that trained me then was, what do I need to do to have financial freedom? He said, the more you are able to share this opportunity, the more financial freedom. That sank into my head. And I was super excited sharing that story to everybody that cared to listen to me, right? So I started sharing this story. Said, look, I've seen something that can change your life. And I began to bring people into the business. I started with 6 students and 1 licensed insurance agent. Guess what happened? When I saw the exponential growth, I shifted to mass recruiting and mentoring. And today, within 2 months of getting my license, I was able to pay off my debt, everything. Imagine you have a business, right? No experience, okay? Nothing whatsoever. I don't have insurance background back home. I started from the scratch because one of the things that many people don't know is that, because I don't have insurance background or because I'm not a financial person, it doesn't really matter. We're going to start from the scratch, right? I started with zero background, with zero experience, but I was learning on the way. I was coachable, and I listened to instruction from my trainer, and I was able to build a massive team today. Guys, we have the system here. We have the system. We have the strategies, right? We have the experience. We have done that to many people. We are ready to do that. If you are looking for financial freedom, you can comment in the comment chat, financial freedom, and I will reach out to you to show you. I am saying this with all boldness, with all sincerity, that I can mentor you in 6 months to become 6-figure income. And I can do that. I've done that in the past. I can do that for you. But like I said, it's not a quick, rich scheme, right? You have to put in the work. There are a lot of things that is involved, but this is the reality. The more you put time into this, the more results you get at the end of the day. But for me, it's far better than for me to go and be talking, to go and be resuming 9 to 5. To talk to people, it's much easier for me to do, right? What is your excuses not to build a business? Why recruiting is a must? Number one, recruiting is leveraging and duplication. See, we are duplicating ourselves into other people's life, right? I have duplicated myself into so many people's life in this country today. I can tell you that I have a lot of my team members that are making 6 figures annually. That is for real. And if you want to know, right, please book a call with me. I will show you that I have trained so many people making 6 figures in this business, no experience, no background whatsoever, and they're able to do that to others. And those people, they're also training their own team, making 6 figures as well. Number two, financial growth. So because of the fact that I'm able to build this business, God has given me an opportunity to earn what we call override and bonuses. Now, as a team builder, right? As a team builder, once you started building your team, you started getting what you call override and bonuses. And this is one of the fastest way to build a massive team. See, if you are selling life insurance alone, if you are still running a solo team, I'm sorry, you can't build a sustainable insurance agency. Guys, that is reality, right? You have to understand that recruiting is a must for you in order for you to grow in this business. Let's even forget about the compensation. Let's talk about the people that you're able to touch. Like, see, if they didn't talk to me to do this, if I'm not in this business today, probably I will be in 9 to 5. Do you know that some people are there, they are looking for this type of a business, but they don't know how to go about it, right? Do you know that some people are struggling financially today because you didn't talk to them? Because you feared, because of the fear of rejection, because of the fear of pushback, right? It's more rewarding. It's it's more rewarding to talk to people about this business. Be excited. I am super excited to talk to people about insurance business, life insurance business. Three, greater impact, more family reach, right? So if you are selling, if you are just doing a solo race, you're running a solo race, you can only help 1, 2, 3 people. But with team, you can reach many families. And I tell you, a lot of people are looking for life insurance to set up to protect their family, but they cannot be rich because you don't duplicate, you don't multiply, you don't recruit, right? As you are bringing people into the business, you empower them to reach out to more families so that they can be protected. Imagine if everybody in this country is protected, right? And their family, they have peace of mind. This world will be a better place for us to live. They will, like, if anything happens to them, they don't need to worry about money. They don't need to worry about mortgage, right? Legacy, business beyond you. If you put up a business, if you recruit, right, you are building a business that will transcend beyond you. Like, I can tell you today for real that I'm grateful to God that if I pass today, my business will still continue to run. Imagine that. Imagine that, guys. Being, I'm just excited to share this with you, that build something that can sustain, that can go beyond you, right? Think about your family, think about your children, the children unborn, right? Your great grandchildren. Think about them. If you do something for them, if you put something for them, they will remember you. Folks say, Daddy did this for us. It's not about you this time around, right? The power of duplication. If you are solo, if you are doing a solo effort, your growth is linear. But if it is team effort, it's exponential growth. And that is the power of recruiting. It's not about how many policies you sell, it's about how many people you help to succeed. Now, I'm grateful because why? I have touched so many people's life. You know, people call me, say, Mr. Fashola, thank you so much for bringing me into this business. Because of this business right now, I've been able to pay my mortgage. I've been able to feed my family. I've been able to, pay my debts, pay my bills, go to cruise, go to vacation at their own terms. This is what a business can do for you. Guys, let us develop the attitude of talking to many people. And it's not difficult, right? You are thinking of rejection, right? You're thinking that, oh, when you talk to that person, he's going to say no. Fine, it is part of the process, right? Rejection is part of this business. But if you know that this is not personal, right? You talk to people about the business and they say no, of course, it's not for everyone, right? It's not for everyone. But I tell you that for people that say yes to it and they are ready to commit and they're ready to pay the price, trust me, the result is massive, right? The financial advantage. Recruiting is equal multiple streams of income. So if you recruit, there's so many. In my agency, we have so many ways in which you can earn money if you recruit, right? There's so many benefits to it. Because why? They encourage people to build people. Right? Because why? It just makes sense to me that why, if I bring people into the business and I touch their life, and they also bring people into the business and they touch their life, I think I should be rewarded for that. And that's exactly what is happening to people that understand the power of building, right? If you understand the power of building, you bring people into the business, right? You get a lot of financial advantage. Override plus team bonuses is equal to compounding. Now, I don't need to, as I'm selling insurance, I'm also making some team bonuses override from the team of advisors I've built, I've trained over time, right? You can also do that, right? But you know what? You should be ready. You must be intentional about it. People really want to make money. People want to be financially free, but they are not ready to be commit. They are not ready to commit. They are not ready to pay the price, right? They want to make money, but they're not patient enough. Team building requires a lot of patience. Team building requires a lot of time because you need to take your time to train them, especially guide them to do the right thing. right? It's not as if you bring them to the business and you left them. A lot of people, they will recruit, they will recruit an agent to the business, and they will leave them. They will abandon them. They will not care about them anymore. That's not me, right? I want not about bringing you to the business, but if I will also show you the path to take to quickly, build your own team as well. I will tell you, this is what I've been able to do by building, and this is what you're supposed to do as well. Okay. 3, recruit once and for years. So if you know how to recruit, you continue to earn for life. If you agree, type I agree in the comment section, because this is what I have experienced and I know it actually works. Beyond money, impact, and freedom. More recruit is more family protected. If you agree, type I agree. Now, I have been able to bring a lot of people into the business, and this actually, reflected on the numbers of lives I've been able to pray. Me and my team, every year we pray thousands of lives. Thousands of lives. Imagine if I'm the only one doing that, how many lives can I touch? How many lives? I could have probably know. I can only touch people that I know and people that can actually reach out. So now my team can also reach out to people that I don't know, right? And that's recruiting. Recruiting is just like this, right? The people that you don't know the people that they know. That's recruiting for you. You might not really know something, right? You might bring someone into the business, and that person will continue to bring a lot of people into the business. And that is how we can protect more life. Leadership growth is got to lead life change. Now, I've enjoyed that. I came to this country as a refugee, but today, God has given me the opportunity to lead a team of many advisors, train them, right? The business has now made me to be a leader, and that's what this business can actually do for you, right? It's going to give you an opportunity to grow, right? Sharpen your leadership skills, and you will be able to change other people's life. Because I've been able to recruit more people into the business, I've been able to touch so many people's life, and those people are also beginning to touch other people's life. Imagine that, right? We touch, so it is an exponential growth in the sense that we touch people's life. Freedom. Business works even when you step away. Now, if I decided to quit this business today, okay, the legacy is still there for me. My family, my children, my wife, they can still continue the business, right? And that's what you should think about. See, don't be selfish. Think about your family, right? That if I pass today, what will happen to my family? Do I have something that will live, that can continue to generate income for them? This is the business. This is the common recruiting means I know. Recruiting is selfish. No, it's not selfish. It multiply impact. Guys, recruiting multiply impact. The last convention that we did in Calgary, I'm super excited when I see people that I train personally receiving award, touching other people's life. Those people are also, training other advisors. I can see 2, 3, 4, 5 generations of my team receiving awards, touching other people's life. That's what makes me to be excited. And you can see, yeah, so it's not selfish. It's just about impact. Like, you are not successful if you are a leader, right? And they cannot point to 1, 2, 3, 4 people that you touch their life, right? You're not a leader yet. So that is what recruiting means. It's too hard. With system, it's duplicatable. Now, in a company, we have a system that is duplicatable. Now, very easy. We have a system that will give you an opportunity to recruit as many as you want. We have a support system. We have we have an amazing mentorship program, right? We have a system that you can leverage that can help you to build massive team. How to recruit effectively? Number 1, share your authentic story, right? See, one of the way to bring people into the business is your story. Okay. I've been sharing this over and over, that don't think that I'm just calling myself as a refugee, because to some people, they believe their color, their race, their background has nothing to do with their success in life. No, I don't believe in that, right? I came to this country as a refugee, right? I was on deportation order when I was introduced to the business. Myself, my wife, we are six sleeping in one room in shelter. That was when the business was introduced to me, right? And I'm sharing this to you today. If you are listening to me, or and you're there thinking that, oh, because I'm still a student, I'm still like on postgraduate work permit, that's why I've not been able to start this business, or maybe because I'm still a refugee, or because I'm still struggling to get papers. Of course, I understand, but here is one thing, right? You don't have control over that. You don't have control. So one of the way to recruit people, to bring people into the business, share your authentic story. Be real. Be real. Two, self, not just the business. I wanted to bring somebody into the business one day. So when I finished presentations, and the guy said, I love everything, but they've been talking to me about this, but I don't just believe in life insurance. I don't just believe in this business. But at this junction, I want to make money. And I asked one question. I said, have one vision and goal. My vision is to protect more family and impact people's life. If you don't believe in that, I can't bring you to the bed. And the guy said, no, I just want to make money. I said, I'm sorry, I can't recruit you. I think we should be able to, we should maintain a stand in some certain situation. As long as you want to bring people into the business, can you please try to evaluate the person you want to bring to the business? Because sometimes you might bring somebody into the business and cause a run on your team. You might bring somebody into the business that would damage your reputation. I said, I can't recruit you. I can't bring to the business. Guys, this business is not for everybody. This business is not for just somebody who wants to just make money, right? If your goal is to come in and make quick commission, your license will be suspended. You might end up in jail. I'm very serious about it. So, guys, we are not just selling insurance. We are not just bringing people into the business, but we have a vision. We have a mission. So, if you don't believe in that mission, you can't do the business. You can't join my team. And I'm talking to all the advisors out there, all the team lead, all the builders in insurance business, in mortgage business, in real estate, whatever business you might find yourself. Guys, let us evaluate the people that you are bringing to the business, right? The business is highly regulated by the government. So we should understand that it's not for everybody. If the person is just want to come and make quick money, no. So please sell the vision. Let the vision be very clear, right? You're going to make money, but this is the vision. We want to touch more families' life. We want to protect more families' life, and want to impact other people's life. Are you ready to do that? If the answer is no, no. Mentor. 3, mentor, coach, and duplicate yourself. So if you are not ready to be committed, if you cannot mentor, if you cannot coach people, and you don't want to duplicate yourself, don't bother yourself to recruit. Why? Because it involves a lot of effort. Me and my wife, we have committed ourselves to this mission that we want to touch so many people's life. Next year convention, I want to go there with a lot of energy, a lot of team members, impacting other people's life, excited and being able to say, hey, because I joined this team, my life have changed, because I've been able to, mentored by you. I've been like, now I can sleep, right, with my 2 eyes closed. I don't need to worry about money anymore. I can pay off my debt. I can travel with my family. I can retire at my own terms. That's what I want to hear. So you must have that patience to coach people, to mentor, and to manage people is not easy like that. You receive a lot of badges. You receive a lot of negative stuff from your team member, but don't worry, be focused and understand that you are on a mission, right? We are on a mission to change people's life. Lead by example. See, people do what they see, not what you tell them. Lead by example, right? Make sure that you actually represent what you say, right? Don't say something and you do something negative. Your team is going to be, your team are watching you. Every time you stand, right, you need to watch what you are doing, because by default, right, people will copy what you are doing, right? And if you if you throw negative things to your team, of course it's going to affect many people's life. Action plan: start with 3 prospects today. Okay, now I want you to go back. As you are listening to me today, all right, check your phone, right, write down at least the name of the people in your contact, write the names out, say, okay, share the vision. Just ask them one question, right? How many people do you think need to pay off their debt? How many people need extra income? How many people want to travel at their own time, want to go to vacation? How many people do you think want financial freedom? Everybody need everything I'm just mentioning now. Share the vision with them, train and duplicate them. Consistency compounds, growth is inevitable. Like if you try to do this every time before you know what is happening, you have a very, very large team. Summary and call to action. Number one, selling alone is survival. If you're selling, you're surviving. Recruiting is equal to growth, freedom, and legacy. If you're recruiting, trust me, you're building a team, right? You're creating more financial freedom yourself. You're building something. You're building a legacy. That is the theme of our convention, legacy. I'm excited to listen. I saw people, what they have been able to do. I saw legacy they want to leave for their, and I want to also be part of that, right? My story proves recruiting turns agents into leaders. Imagine if nobody talked to me about this business, right? But today I'm a leader. I can lead. I'm now leading a lot of team of advisors. I also leading other teams of advisors, right? Now, if you want to rise, you must recruit. Thank you so much for listening. I want to thank everyone today for joining. If you have any question, I want you to please put, if you have any question, you can actually put it on the comment chat. Any question, please. Any question, right? So, any question? I want to thank everyone that's joined today, right? It's my joy to share, and I'm telling you the raw stories. Everything I said here today is nothing but what has really changed my life. I love to share what I've learned in this business, my journey, my stories, with me and my wife, what God has done for us in this business. And I'm super excited to share that with you. I'm going to be talking more about recruiting in future as we go, as we proceed in this wealth, in this journey of wealth building conference. But here's the thing, right? The more you put, the more effort you put into your business, the more results you get at the end of the day, right? It's not a quick way of making money, just for you to know that, right? On behalf of the whole team, the Wealth Financial Freedom team, want to say thank you for everyone that joined today. I'm gonna see you next week for another important topic. Bye for now, and see you next week. Thank you.